listening to Sports Talk 916 with Greg Bull and Coach Greg Veroza.
If you'd like to participate in the show, there are a couple of ways to do it. If you want to contact us on Twitter, use the show's Twitter address, which is @SportsTalk916. For Greg B., go to @MrChief916. And for me, Coach Greg, it's @GregVeroza. And Veroza is VAROZZA. And if you want to chat live with us, the best place to go is go to the Mixler page and hit chat. There you'll see all of us chatting together as the show goes on.
What is up, Sacramento Sports Talk 916 fans? It is Sunday, May 21st. We are back. It is episode 210. Woo! Hey, there's no crackle. And I'm joined by TJ, the sports geek, Tj Longacre.
Hey now.
What's up, TJ?
Not much. How are you?
Good.
Beautiful, man.
We are back after a little bit of a hiatus. We had a couple weeks off. Good to see Mike Barnbaum is in the chat box, as always. And, or I should say, on the Facebook Live feed, because we no longer have a quote-unquote chat box, because Mixler's a bunch of commies.
Yeah. Well, we do have one on the deal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Five and dime. Yeah, five and dime. We will talk about the Oakland Athletics tonight, Mike, for a little tiny bit. Not a lot, though, but we'll see what happens. But it should be a good one tonight. We'll talk about the Kings a little bit. We'll talk about the Giants, the A's. We'll talk about the NBA playoffs. Mm-hmm. And maybe a little bit of NBA free agency, kind of talking a little bit about that as well. But let's go ahead and jump right into what people care about, and that is the Sacramento Kings.
Yes.
So the Kings obviously had the draft lottery happened last week.
Yep, Tuesday.
And as luck would have it, the balls finally bounce in the direction of the Sacramento Kings. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say they get screwed, because we'll get into that. They didn't get screwed, but for lack of a better term, they got screwed. So the Pelicans pick comes up, and, well, first of all, the first three people in the lottery, everything is good. It's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was like Miami, Denver,
New York, I think it was at 10. No, New York took 8.
Yeah.
And whoever it was at 11, and then 10 comes along, and it's the Pelicans pick, which goes to the Kings, and it's like, yes.
All right.
Cool. Things are working out right.
1 for 1.
Right, we're good.
Yes.
And then a couple more come up, and the Kings had the 8th worst record in the league. Mm-hmm. So we're like, okay, let's see what happens. Boom, New York Knicks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
We just got a top 3 pick.
Uh-huh.
The Kings, in the history of the Kings, have never jumped into the top of the lottery, ever.
It's been a long time.
Well, they never jumped into it. They got where they were supposed to be. Here, let's do this. Let's get a little bit closer.
There we go.
Actually, here, you don't even need this thing. Just
how's that? Oh yeah.
It's a lot louder though. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a little on-site adjusting. I don't know why Greg's pop filter is pop filter is so loose. This is great radio, by the way.
This is the best.
Slide that back. But anyway, so the Kings move up to 3, essentially.
Pick, yeah.
And we're like, cool. Kings are at 3. It's never happened before. This is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Just pretty much just press your mouth right up against that bad boy.
How's that? Oh, yeah.
That's good.
There we go.
And we're like, cool. And then all of a sudden it's, things are going along. And then 5 comes along, and it's like the Sacramento Kings had the 5th pick. And you're like, crap, we had the pick swap.
They exercised
Philly.
The pick swap.
So Philly jumps from 5 to 3 with the swap. But honestly, that's great. The Kings have never had 2 lotto picks in the first round.
Or in the top 10 like that.
Yeah, or top 10. They have, again, never jumped into the top 3, which they did, essentially.
Yeah.
We get to keep both of our picks. No one, we didn't have to lose anything to Chicago or to Philly, essentially, or New Orleans. So as it stands right now, as Mike referenced,
or to Seattle,
right, or Virginia Beach,
Anaheim.
So as Mike mentioned, 5 and dime. So we now have the 5th and the 10th pick.
Good stuff.
And so as it stands right now, Boston, lucky sons of bitches, have the number 1 pick.
Yep, they sure do.
The Lakers get the number 2 pick. Philly has number 3.
Number 3.
So
Phoenix is 4.
Let's jump right to the top of the draft. Number 1 overall pick. Who do you think it's going to be?
Right now, I think it's going to be Markelle Fultz from Washington. He seems to be the consensus guy that every mock draft board seems to have on the top of their list.
Right.
I don't think I've seen a mock draft that hasn't had anybody other than him. Not Lonzo Ball, not Josh Jackson, or anybody. I think it's going to be Markelle Fultz out of Washington.
All right, and then number 2 pick is where it starts to get interesting because the Los Angeles Lakers come in at number 2.
Yep.
And the consensus around everywhere. What's up, Greg Rosa? The consensus around everybody is Lonzo Ball gets his dream come true and goes to the Lakers.
Is it really Lonzo Ball's dream or LeVar Ball's dream?
Well, it's Lonzo's dream to play for the Lakers, LeVar's dream to ruin the franchises. So if it's gonna be if it's gonna be the Lakers, then have at it.
I think it's gonna be the Lakers. Absolutely.
But here's my question though. What happens if he starts to fall? If for some reason teams just decide his shot is too goofy, his dad is too much of a burden, and let's say Fox, who everyone thinks the Kings are going to get at 5, goes 2 to the Lakers or whatever, and they keep falling down. If Ball falls out of the top 2, how far do you think he could potentially fall?
I think he falls maybe 5th or 6th.
If the Kings are on the clock and Lonzo Ball is on the board, I'm scared.
Me too.
I don't want anything to do with that guy.
Yeah.
I want to see Indy trade for 2.
Let him be Orlando's problem.
Yeah.
Or Minnesota or New York.
Rosa makes a really good point here. I want to see Indy trade for 2. Essentially, that would be a Paul George move to the Lakers to get the number 2 overall pick. But I don't know that that's going to happen.
You don't think so?
The reason for that is Paul George came out in an interview last week, I believe it was, and literally said, I don't care if you trade me to the Warriors. I don't care if you trade me to the Spurs. Any team in the league I get traded to, I'm opting out and I'm going to test free agency.
Yeah.
So do you really give up the number 2 overall pick and probably other players to get him for him to opt out? Now, likely he's going to sign with the Lakers. That seems to be like the general consensus, although that doesn't really seem to matter because we thought that Anthony Davis was going to opt out and go to the Lakers. We thought Kevin Love was going to sign with the Lakers. DeMarcus is going to be a Laker.
Carmelo Anthony, too.
Yeah, everyone's going to be a Laker. So conventional wisdom says that he won't sign there, but
yeah.
Do you really leverage that risk of giving up, let's just say it's Ball and, not Russell, Randall, and their 2 pick for Paul George to be a rental and let's be real, Paul George is not going to make the Lakers playoff team.
No.
So they would have to do a lot in free agency to make that happen.
They would, yeah.
I just don't know.
I don't see it happening. I really don't. Not if you're Magic Johnson. He's a smart guy. He's not gonna make a crap deal like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's one of those things where so let's assume it goes to the Lakers go LeVar Ball, they're gonna go LeVar Ball. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
they're gonna draft LeVar Ball, and then Lonzo Ball is gonna play for him.
Yes.
3 is Orlando.
No, that's
Philly.
I think they go Josh Jackson,
which is another point guard.
Small forward, actually.
Is he?
Yeah,
I thought
from
he was
Kansas.
okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix is at 4.
I think they either go De'Aaron Fox or Jason Tatum.
I have a feeling Tatum's going to go 4.
Me too.
And then that brings Fox to Sacramento.
I would love that.
And so would he. He was. I want to say he's the first draft prospect in ever that literally came out and said, I would love to be drafted by the Sacramento Kings.
That's great.
He's good friends with Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah.
He went to Kentucky like Willie Cauley-Stein did. And he actually wants to play here. So it's like at that point, dude, sign me up. Do whatever you can to get me him.
I'll get a De'Aaron Fox jersey if he comes here.
Yeah, I think I would too.
And I never get player jerseys anymore.
And then it trickles down to 10. And there's a lot of the mock drafts I have seen have the Kings going with another point guard at 10.
Yeah.
And that kind of worries me. It's like, okay, well, we have Darren Collison potentially. He can sign again.
Yeah.
We can even keep Ty Lawson. Mm-hmm. Do you really leverage your team on 2 rookie point guards?
No, I wouldn't. I would maybe go after a small forward.
A small forward or a positionless guy that can play the 2 or the 3.
Or maybe even a backup 4 if you have to. Like a Zach Collins from Gonzaga.
Ooh, I would love that. That guy looks like he's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
And then the other flip side to that is they still have Bogdanović waiting in the weeds.
Yep.
They won the EuroLeague championship today.
Yes, they did.
Which now that that's over, he can technically talk about the league or whatever he wanted to do because he said he wouldn't talk about the NBA until the playoffs were over.
Which I think is a wise decision.
No, I think so too. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the air to see where that goes.
Do you think he comes here?
I think Vladdy's going to have a good hand at that to get him here.
Oh, no question.
I would love to see him here.
I would too. I think he'd be the starting shooting guard right away.
Barnbaum thinks Malik Monk falls all the way to 10. I don't see that happening.
No, me neither. I think he goes to New York at number 8.
If he gets to 8, I can see him even going 6 or 7 right after the Kings take it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see him going to Orlando for sure.
Yeah, so...
Or Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Although that would be good. I mean, but...
Yeah. Be a nice backcourt, but, I mean, that's just something to sell tickets, really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it.
So, I mean, there's a lot of speculation going on, but here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is out for the playoffs.
Yep.
For Boston. He re-injured his hip.
Yep.
Everything right now has Fultz going to Boston at 1, right?
Yep.
It's a point guard.
Yep.
I called into 1140 on Friday to the lowdown, and I told them, I said, you guys are speculating about, Blake Griffin and, all these different free agents and Gordon Hayward and this and that. And I said Scott Freshour joins Jinder Mahal.
Scott.
For those of you that don't know, Jinder Mahal just beat Randy Orton for the WWE World Title at Backlash. Isaiah Thomas is out. They're going to take Fultz likely at 1. Like I said, I called into lowdown and I said, you guys are overlooking something. Danny Ainge is going to be the X factor in free agency. And
yes, he is.
I think that, and my prediction for that is that Isaiah Thomas will not start next season as a Boston Celtic.
Probably not.
He's going to be traded I think he'll be traded during the draft for another
That's
pick.
A very big possibility. Yeah.
I can see a team in that 6, 7, 8 range who wants a point guard, but they don't necessarily know if they want to leverage a rookie to run their team that can give up that spot for a Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the way he scores and the way he plays, it's almost like a mulligan. Like you could go back 3-4 years now, and you can get Isaiah Thomas as a first round pick instead of Mr. Relevant.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of teams in this draft that would possibly do that. I mean, it might be maybe a little bit later than 6, 7, 8.
Maybe like 11 or 12.
Like right outside the lotto where all the point guards start to kind of dwindle down.
Okay.
But I can see Isaiah Thomas being a first-round pick trade.
Yeah.
Going somewhere else. Because here's the way I look at it. Fultz you're going to essentially have locked up for 12 years.
Yep.
You have his rookie deal, which is 4 or 5.
Yep.
And then you have his second deal, which is going to be 4 to 6 under the new bargaining agreement with player options or with team options. And then they would have essentially the chance to they have his bird rights for another couple years.
Yep.
So you lock him up, even at the number 1 overall pick with the way that they have their payout structure now, over that course of 12 years, he's going to be cheaper or marginally more expensive than Isaiah Thomas is going to garner next season alone when he becomes a free agent, if he plays this year like he did last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's going to be a very high probability.
I think so,
and
too.
then I think that you're going to see one of 3 players, maybe 4, sign with Boston. You're going to have Blake Griffin, J.J. Redick,
Yep.
Otto Porter, or Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
And I think Gordon Hayward is the most likely of all of those.
Me too. Because that's his college coach there.
Yep. So
Brad
then you're going to have Fultz, and you're going to have Hayward, you have Bradley, and then, plug in whoever else they're going to fill in the front line. They have Crowder still out there. They have, they still have, what's his name? They have Olynyk. They have Horford there, I think, for another year.
Yeah, Horford's there.
Boston's going to be crazy.
That's a good team. Yeah.
I mean, and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. They won tonight. And they're in line to get the number 1 overall pick.
That's just nuts.
Mike, I'm looking it up to give you the exact term right now. I understand it, but I don't have the true definition.
What's that?
It is the bird rights. He wants to know what the bird rights are. So I'm just trying to get the actual term so that I'm not.
Oh, I'm trying to figure that out.
It's the Larry Bird exception, right?
Yeah.
So the Bird exception, perhaps more the Bird exception also because of Boston Celtics. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. The Boston Celtics were the first team permitted to exceed the salary cap to re-sign one of their own players. In that case, it was Larry Bird.
Yep.
Free agents who qualify for this exception are considered qualifying veteran free agents or Bird free agents in the CBA, and this exception falls under the terms of veteran free agent exception. Basically, Mike, in layman's terms, it is the Larry Bird exception allows teams to exceed the salary cap to re-sign their own free agents at an amount up to the maximum salary. So to qualify as a Bird free agent, a player must have played 3 seasons without being waived or changing teams as a free agent.
Yeah.
So they essentially have, bird rights for a number of years after his second contract.
Yeah.
And that gives them the freedom to go ahead and take care of all of that. So good question.
Very good question. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. Look at Mike actually chiming in.
I love it.
I'm glad those yellow shorts didn't choke off his brain. You're looking fly yesterday, Mike.
Yeah. I couldn't pull that off, man.
Hell no. I wouldn't have the confidence to pull that
man.
off. So, Mike, in reference to those shorts you were wearing yesterday.
Damn it, Barn Bomb. Damn it.
That's all we're going to go with. Damn it, Barn Bomb. So I think Boston's going to be a huge player in that. I think, Hayward, like I said, Hayward's going to go there. But what really is going to be interesting for us is how do we draft? Mm-hmm. How does that draft signify the youth movement with stability to show a free agent veteran like, hey, you could come in here and you could be the centerpiece.
Yeah.
You could come in here and you can show what these guys need or
show these guys the way.
Yeah, Mike, we're referring to your banana suit you were wearing yesterday. Show these guys the way. Be that piece. Maybe be the piece that gets the Kings. They're not going to be a playoff team, but gets them closer, eclipsing that 34 win mark and moving up toward 40 wins and closer to 500. But then also too, is it going to be enough to entice Bogdan Bogdanovic to come over and play next season with the Kings as well? Because that right there in itself is a giant free agent acquisition without even having to convince anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. My deal is I'm kind of worried that Vlade screws this up somehow.
Well, that's a pretty normal worry.
Yeah. However, this is a draft where it's going to be hard to screw up too much, with it being so loaded as it is, as opposed to last year where it wasn't as loaded.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm munching on my.
He's grubbing down, and I'm okay with
my
it.
dinner as well. One thing I want to ask you before we get into talk about the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
NBA random question of the night. Is it a safe bet? If I went to Vegas right now, talking sports with at TJ. If I went to Vegas right now and laid a bet down on the first NBA player to either show up to or leave an NBA game wearing a romper, if I went down and put my money on Russell Westbrook, would that be a safe bet?
Oh, absolutely. 1,000%. I can totally see. I'm picturing it now.
I'm sure he already has one.
He probably has one. He's probably going to work with those
Opening day.
those red glasses that he used to wear in press conferences with
His
no lenses.
His Drew Carey glasses.
Circle frames, yeah.
Yep. And he's gonna wear it'll be with some Chuck Taylors or some stupid ass outfit.
By the way, my second pick for that, Paul George.
Really?
Yes.
I would go with James Harden.
James, really?
Yeah, with his beard all beard will blend in with his chest hair and the romper.
No, because I've seen Paul George wear some outlandish shirts before, and I'm like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah,
dude?
but Westbrook and Harden are the king of the capri.
That's true.
And then so does DeMarcus though. DeMarcus rocks a weird capri every now and again.
Yes.
If DeMarcus Cousins wears a romper, I swear to God, I don't even know what I would do. That would be absolute insanity.
Oh man, I heard those. I finally found out the price of one of those. It's a one-man card.
Yeah. Do I have it? Oh God, come on, where is it? Actually, I wanted this one.
Yeah.
One-man card. That's a good one. That's a very good one.
That's what happens when you're on vacation. You start to become funny.
Veroza thought I would go with an NFL player.
Ooh, what NFL player would do it?
Probably a Cromartie
Oh.
of some sort.
I know who.
Gronk.
No. Cam.
Oh, God. Cam Newton. Yep, Veroza just said it. Cam Newton.
With the shoes with no socks.
Oh, Jesus.
I might put my Vegas money down on that bet right there.
That might be a safe bet.
Oh, that one.
Sure.
And Russ Westbrook, of course, too. But wow, yeah.
Just double down. Can you double it down? Be one of each?
Oh, I would.
Parlay the two together. Be okay,
Yes.
look, I want to pay out on each of them, but if they both win it, I want to double up my money.
Double or nothing, yeah. Like on Cash Cab.
Bar Mom says, despite a Boston upset of Cleveland tonight, I would say that it would be a safe Vegas bet that the NBA Finals would once again be Cleveland and Cavaliers.
Cleveland and Golden State.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland and the Warriors. You're right. Yeah, Mike, I agree with you 1,000% on that.
Yeah.
I do not see this going any other way.
No, me
and that's what I wanted to bring up next is there any point of other than the win tonight, is there really any point of prolonging this round? Let's just get right to this, man.
Exactly. I was at Sport Clips Friday night, and they had the Boston and Cleveland game. That was the game where Cleveland was up by 75 points or something like that. And I'm just like, is there any point of going on?
Look, right there. See? He was almost wearing a fucking romper. God damn it, Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know that there's a point of prolonging it. Let's just jump right to the finals.
Yeah.
Take them into Cleveland. Let's get game one going.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. Because that's going to be it.
Absolutely.
But let's just fast forward to it. Now, I'm sure that we're going to jinx something. Someone's going to end up losing, right? But let's fast forward, and who has the edge? Obviously Golden State is playing on all cylinders right now. They're playing great basketball. Mm-hmm. Durant has fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
And they're doing all this essentially without Klay Thompson. If Klay Thompson finds his shot and gets going, then that's another person that's going to make them extremely difficult to beat.
Indeed.
But, I don't like to use the term perfect, but is Cleveland really playing anything? Aside from tonight's game, I didn't get to watch tonight's game.
Me neither.
But are they playing anything right now aside from perfect basketball?
No, not really.
I would love to see some parity in the NBA.
Me too.
I would really love to see someone else represent the East and the West in the finals. But I think this is going to be a hell of a final.
Yeah. These two teams know each other well. Plus Cleveland's done it before against Golden State, obviously. Anybody can win the series. I don't count either team out in it.
What's your prediction, though? Who do you think takes it?
I'm going to say Golden State in 6.
Golden State in 6?
Yeah.
I think it's going to go... Well, who has home court?
Oh, Golden State does.
Golden State does, okay.
Yeah, because Boston had the top record in the
that's right.
Eastern Conference this year.
If it does go to these guys, I think I'm going to go with Cleveland in 7.
Okay.
they're going to go in there and they're going to knock them out in Golden State in Game 7. And I think that's going to be one of those things that cements LeBron. It's going to quiet a lot of the doubters.
Yeah.
It's going to shut up a lot of the naysayers. Oh, well, he's lost so many championships.
Yeah.
He went into Oracle in a Game 7 and locks down a championship on the road.
Again. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, the first time it wasn't a fluke. The second time, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
This is going to be real. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I mean, that's going to be fun if we ever get to it. Like, I have a feeling somehow this is going to stretch out so long, and then no one's going to care about the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Because there's only a few people right now that even give a damn about the NBA playoffs.
Exactly.
It's pretty mundane right now.
There's a lot of people who are saying, geez, the NHL playoffs are a lot more exciting.
The thing is, the NHL playoffs are exciting regardless of who's in the NBA playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a better breed of competition.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean...
Oh, what a shot.
I mean, in what sport would a team lose on an own goal in the playoffs?
Yeah, thanks PK Subban.
Right. I mean, LeBron's not going to tip it into his own rim.
No,
and
he
they're
is
going to
not.
lose.
He is not going to do that.
Definitely like the idea of the NBA playoffs. Do you think? I mean, and ideally too, the thing that I like about this year is, I mean, you ultimately want the two best teams.
Yeah.
The way it's shaping up, it's going to be the two best teams in the league playing against each other.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, can we please get something else?
It's almost like Golden State and Cleveland are here. Everybody else is down here.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad.
It really is kind of sad. That's for sure.
I'm just like, oh, geez, really again?
Here, keep talking. I gotta see if I can check something.
Wow. But yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think. Do you think Golden State sweeps San Antonio?
Yeah, I do.
So that'll be what, tomorrow night? I think is game
tomorrow
4?
night. Yeah, I mean Kawhi Leonard's not coming back, is he? No. I mean that's their MVP right there. He's gone. I mean I think that team's kind of deflated too.
Let's see.
Without
TJ's
him.
point, yes, the NHL playoffs are more exciting than the NBA playoffs. With the exception of tonight's upset, the NBA playoffs are way too predictable. Yeah,
Mike's
Barn Bomb is on fire tonight, man.
Mike, you get a cookie, man.
Ooh, speaking of cookies, sidebar.
I love cookies.
Are you big on all the Oreo flavors?
Kind of, yeah, yes and no.
Have you had the 2 new ones that came out in the last 2 weeks?
Which ones?
Firecracker.
Firecracker.
So they have or fireworks maybe.
Is it like a cinnamon flavor?
No.
Damn it.
It's a traditional Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
The black cookie.
Yeah.
And it's the white cream.
Uh-huh.
But there's Pop Rocks in the cream.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So as you're eating it, it's like popping off. It's
oh, that's got to be cool.
And the other one that came out, it's only available at Safeway.
Okay.
That I've seen. It's the golden cookie.
Uh-huh.
It's waffle and syrup flavor.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It is amazing.
Oh, now I'm
so good.
I may have to get these now.
Yeah, I would have shared with you, but we polished them off
That's
last
okay.
night.
No worries.
Definitely good. What of all of those Oreos, what has been your favorite?
Oh goodness. The cinnamon bun one was pretty good.
Those are pretty good.
I love cinnamon, so anything cinnamon's good for me. I should try cinnamon in my coffee today at my uncle's house. It was amazing.
The peanut butter flavor ones are good.
Yeah, I love peanut butter too.
Honestly, I think my favorite one out of all of them though was the sour caramel apple.
I don't
caramel apple. It wasn't sour apple. It was caramel apple.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh, so good on the vanilla cookie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sour Patch Kid one was rumored to be coming out. Never came out.
Swedish Fish one's out.
Never found it. It was East Coast only, from what I heard.
Really? I saw it at Rayleigh's in Placerville a couple times.
Next time you see those, dude, text me.
I will.
Be like, hey, have you ever had these?
Oh, I'll get them for you.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Let's
Anyways.
actually no. Let's do something we haven't done on here in a long time. Let's pay a bill of some sort.
Let's do it.
As Johnny Romeo joins. We'll be back in like 20 to 45 seconds.
If you or anyone you know is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, they deserve to have someone working with them that not only knows what they're doing, but will explain everything that happens along the way. That person would be me, Coach Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty. I have 2 goals. My first goal is to coach you through the buying and selling process, making it easy to understand and as stress-free as possible, which isn't easy sometimes. My second goal is to have fun doing it. Come be a part of my team. Let me coach you or anyone you know through the real estate process. Give me a call at 916-241-8068, and let's talk about how I can coach you through the real estate process. Let me ask you one question. Who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate that I should know right now? Again, that's Greg Veroza, Keller Williams Realty, 916-241-8068.
All right, cool. And Mr. Veroza was actually back out at the pool this weekend.
Yes, he was.
With his Dolphins, so Greg is on the mend. His DL stint hopefully coming to an end soon.
Beautiful, man.
They haven't announced MVP yet, have they?
No.
Okay, cool.
Nothing yet.
But yeah, anyway, so Greg was back out at the pool. Joe just joined. What up, Joe Delso?
Hello.
So, hopefully on the mend. I don't want to sound too excited because that sounds like I'm trying to give you the boot. But
no, it's okay.
But no, definitely want to want to see Greg back and healthy and doing well.
Definitely.
Let's talk baseball.
Let's do it.
Let's start off with the. Hold on. Michael Barnbaum, you're going to call heads or tails, sir. Heads is going to be Chuck E. Cheese, and tails is going to be Chuck E. Cheese. Son of a bitch, they're the same almost. Hold on. Here we go.
I haven't seen a Chuck E. Cheese token in forever.
There's one right there.
That's amazing.
So, head is going to be Chuck E. Cheese. Tails is going to be a guitar. Mike, I need you to call heads or tails. If you're right, we'll talk A's. If you're wrong, we'll talk Giants. He calls heads. We're talking Giants.
Here we go.
All right. Sorry, Mike. We'll talk A's in a little bit. But
yes, we will.
San Francisco Giants. Last time we did a show on May 1st, we were playing the gongs. We played the Undertaker theme song. We were calling them dead.
Yes,
everything
we were.
was toast. They were like 1 in 304. Like, they were losing everything. Bumgarner was out.
It was that bad.
They couldn't hit anything. It was absolutely terrible. But over the last, couple of weeks, their defense picked back up. Their pitching has gotten better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They called up Arroyo.
Yep.
They made a couple other moves. Mac Williamson's back up. Pence has been hurt
love
since
it.
then.
Yeah.
But they're playing better.
Ruggiano's back too.
Ruggiano's back up.
By the way, his last name sounds like the name of an Italian restaurant I can't get into.
Why can't you get into it?
Because it sounds so expensive, and there's a wine list, and you have to wear a tie.
Right. So there's a lot going on. Right now, they've won 8 out of 12.
Yep.
They've taken, I want to say they've taken all 3 of their last series.
Yes.
They're playing really good really good baseball.
A lot of overtime baseball too.
Yeah, last week 16 innings. So we're sitting here at the house Friday night last week.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law comes into town right before Mother's Day. We're like, all right, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go have some drinks, right? We get ready to leave the house. We're doing like our pregame shots and whatever here before we call our Uber, and it's 8th inning, and I'm like, cool. Game's going. I'll follow it on my phone. We get to the bars, whatever. 8th inning, 9th inning. And I'm like, whatever. I'll just get the alert. Get to the bar. We go to this little pub in Folsom. Get a couple beers. Look up on the TV. 12th inning. I'm like, shit, still going. Okay, cool. Watch it for a little bit. I believe it was Contos. I think they had the bases loaded jam with 1 out or 0 outs. And he got out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there's the game right there. They get out of that. I'm like, holy crap, dude. And then we go to another bar, order our drinks. Like, we're bullshitting around, look up, 15th inning. I'm like, we're going to get to watch the game the whole night.
Yeah.
And then Posey walks it off. And I'm like, holy crap, this took forever.
I did not know the results of that game until the following morning when I woke up.
Luckily for me, I was at the bar, and I start screaming, and people look at me. I'm like, look at the damn TV. And, like, oh, yeah. And then last night it goes 13.
It was 13, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we're gonna get another one.
I think the night before wasn't it 11?
The game last night was 0-0 into.
Oh, that's right. It was 9 innings
into
on
the
Friday.
10th inning, and then they get a 45-minute rain delay. Then they start at the 11th.
Because I did watch it last night with my family.
The Giants had one hit going into the 13th.
They did, yeah.
They didn't have any runners in scoring position the entire night until that 13th inning. I think they put up 4 runs.
Yeah, it was a 3-1 game. Actually.
3 runs, yeah, because Arroyo cleared the bases with a double.
Yeah,
and then the other night I needed to go play the lotto because we're sitting at home, and I'm watching the game, and Posey's up, and this was probably like Tuesday night, I think it was, and the game's on, and we're like putting laundry away or whatever, and Kruko's like, he's like, all right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and I'm all 2 outs, and it's time for a Buster Posey home run. Next pitch, boom, and I'm like,
nice.
I'm like, shit, I should go get some lotto numbers.
Oh,
At least I'll
absolutely.
get a scratcher.
Yes.
They're playing good ball, and their defense is playing really strong, and Arroyo is looking good anywhere in the field.
Yeah.
Nunez looks like a lost puppy out in left field from times.
Yeah, but he got Carpenter out in that game last
At
night.
the third base.
That was amazing.
It was good. Do you think that they can sustain what they're doing right now through August when Bumgarner may be back? Or are they going to have to make a move somewhere?
I think they still have to make a move somewhere. I just don't know how long they can keep this up for. And if they can do it, make any kind of move you can.
Barnbaum says, one quick Giants note, Arroyo is the real deal after being called up from Sacramento. Yes, Arroyo is the real deal, and it still pisses me off that he got called up because I still haven't been to Rivercast game. We've had so much stuff going on around here.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get a relationship going with him to get him up there, and just could not do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Giants are playing good ball. They go into
Chicago.
They go into Wrigley this week.
Yes. And the Cubs aren't doing so well.
Yeah, the Cubs are not doing so well.
Well, World Series hangover there.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit. Let's see. But yeah, so, I mean, the Giants right now, they're not the worst in the NL West. I mean, I believe San Diego's below them now.
Yes.
Which is good. I mean, the Dodgers aren't playing great ball.
No, they're not.
The Diamondbacks are playing pretty good, but they've cooled down.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the Giants can keep winning series, they don't need to sweep everybody. But they went into LA and they won a series there. Mm-hmm. Or was that at home?
That was at home.
It was at home.
Yeah, because I saw that Giants flag in the right center field. I'm like,
that giant.
Or no, the Dodger flag.
I give them credit for that. That was pretty impressive because, one, they went out there and they represented. But 2, they had to have that flag custom made because it covered the entire bleacher section.
Yeah.
Which means someone went out there and scouted that out, which was pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I'll give you that, sure.
And then they went into, Cincinnati? They won that series.
Yes.
And then they went into St. Louis. They had a chance to sweep the Cardinals for the first time since 1998.
Yeah.
They didn't get it obviously done today, but they won that series. Now they go into Chicago for a 4-game set. With Block, Cueto, Samardzija, and Moore pitching for the Giants. They get Lester. I think they miss Arrieta, which is nice.
Yeah, they did miss Arrieta.
So that'll help a little bit.
Yes.
So it's looking good. I mean, I'm not going to be overly optimistic because it still is this Giants team that's playing extremely bad.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the way things are going. I mean, they are picking it up a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
The Oakland Athletics, on the other hand, Barnbaum wanted me to mention the ballpark pass. $89 July for all July home games.
That's not bad.
I think you sit up in the new areas that they took off the tarps for.
Okay.
And then it auto renews every single month through August. Unfortunately, Mike, the A's ballpark pass is no longer available. It appears it has sold out. So we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I remember Bonbon talking about it a lot on Facebook too. I'm like, what is this thing? What is this thing?
It's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
It's just unfortunate that it's gone.
Did it sell out or?
It looks like it's sold out. Which is good. I mean,
That is
hopefully they get
good.
some players out there. So
Yeah.
here's what impresses me right now. So the Oakland Athletics are in the American League, and they are 20-24.
Not too bad,
So
actually.
they're fourth in the in AL West. They're 9 games out of first place. Houston's in first.
Houston's playing good ball.
But they're only 3 behind Texas for the second place and only 2 behind the Angels. So they're not out of it.
No.
They've lost. They went 4 and 6 over the last 10. They're 6-15 on the road. They're playing really good at home, 14-9. Mm-hmm. And they're stringing together some pretty good thing. In A's fashion, they're walking off, it seems like, every other game.
Oh, I know.
Because these guys just don't like to win in the ninth. Like, they like to play all the way through the ninth. They don't like getting cheated out of games.
Yeah.
Which is fine for me. I mean, I
Yeah.
like watching baseball through the end.
Oh, of course. Me too.
Barnum says that he bought his pass from July to September. That's pretty cool.
That's
I mean,
not
I
bad.
think that's great.
Good on you, Mike.
But what's good about this is the A's fans, not only are they supporting the team, they're playing good ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the news of the new ballpark looming.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good ploy by the A's management to wait and to hold off on announcing it because it's keeping people excited and people are talking about it.
It's building suspense. Yeah.
The renderings, though, if they are doing it down at Howard's Terminal on the pier out by the water, just like AT&T Park is set up,
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Me too.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The renderings that have come out of it. A lot of Giants fans, and I don't understand this, but a lot of Giants fans are like, no, they're just copying off AT&T Park. F the A's. This
No.
is stupid. Look, when there's something as beautiful as AT&T Park and you can replicate it, do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure A's fans would be short-lived or remiss to say that there's not a better ballpark to go to in the Bay Area or anywhere in the league than it is AT&T Park. And they
Right.
get an opportunity to go right across the bay and see any game they want.
Yeah.
And for them to have 2 of those, and not only that, you got to remember, AT&T Park was built in 1999.
Yeah.
The A's have a chance to take gold and shine it up and make it platinum. Like, they have a chance to
Yes.
go above and beyond and take what's already magical and make it that much better.
They sure do.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that they need to jump all over Howard's Terminal. And, I think that would be great for the city of Oakland. It'd be great because they're going to be the only team left.
Yep.
The Raiders are gone. The Warriors are
Warriors.
going to San Francisco.
Yep.
Oakland is about to be the A's. If they can get that stadium built, they are going to be literally the shining star of Oakland,
Absolutely.
and that's going to be great.
Absolutely.
Barnum just said, "What is your personal favorite site for the new A's ballpark?" My favorite is Howard Terminal.
Howard Terminal.
It's just a 1-seat Amtrak Capital Corridor ride from downtown Sacramento.
Well, what are the other ones? I don't really know the other ones. Is there a Coliseum site maybe, or?
Yeah, I think there is an option for a Coliseum site, which isn't bad because you still have public transit. You still have everything that drops you off right there.
You still have the BART station that goes to the
Right.
Coliseum.
You can still make a beautiful ballpark, essentially for the fact that they don't have to worry about the Raiders cramping their space.
Yeah.
They can literally make it as big, as small, as fancy as they want.
Yeah.
And, Oracle and everything's going to be out of the way.
Yeah. Tear down Oracle and build something there.
But, I think Howard Terminal would be the way to go for the A's.
Yeah, me
and I
too.
think they're for their fans because while we give them crap all the time about their fans not being the best and bailing on the team and only showing up when they're winning, there are those handful of fans that have been through thick and thin, Barnum being one of them,
Absolutely.
that deserve to have a shiny new turd to sit in.
Without question.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So hopefully that comes. I can't wait for that news. I want to see that news come out sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I want to see what comes of it. And like I said, I think fans, especially A's fans that have been, they've been riding through thick and thin, deserve that.
Absolutely. I heard the LA Rams new stadium is going to be delayed a year.
Oh my God. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
LA Coliseum. Now, the naming rights, is that for their new stadium?
No, it's for the current stadium.
let's start with that.
Okay.
No, actually, no. Let's flip that. The new stadium in Carson or wherever the hell it's being built,
Yeah.
LA or wherever it is delayed now until 2022 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is ridiculous. Like, you guys have all the time in the world to get something done, like get it done.
Yeah. They said it was because of the rain. It's like, really? Is there that much rain in LA?
I think they're confused. It's all the water that we're pumping down there from Sacramento
Yeah.
that's making it hard.
That doesn't count, guys.
Right. There's that. But then there was also a lot of talks about, was it the idea of the Clippers with Ballmer? He wanted to jump in on the idea of building a new stadium for the Clippers in the same site, and they're like, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
because that would have had them to have to do all of the environmental impact studies all over again, all the feasibility studies all over again, and that would have essentially ruined the progress. And now it's already delayed again, but if they have no more rain the rest of the year, they can make up that time.
That's true.
Well, not the rest of the year, but if they have like a really dry summer, they can make up that time.
Which I think they will.
Barnbaum, back to the A's thing, he says the other ones are the Coliseum site and Laney College near Lake Merritt.
Oh, that's right.
Howard Terminal is my personal favorite because it's proximity to Amtrak Capital Corridor.
Absolutely. Laney College, I don't think that'd be a very good site. That's just too close to Lake Merritt and too close to a lot of traffic.
Yeah. But yeah, so back to the current LA Coliseum, we have naming rights. Yeah, we're about to get to that. Inglewood and LAX is the second one, due to rain.
Yes.
LA Coliseum. That's where the Rose Bowl is?
No, that's where that's where USC plays.
USC, not the Rose Bowl, I'm sorry. USC plays, the Rams currently play.
Yep.
It's currently just called LA Coliseum.
Yeah, Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
There you go. It's going to be a lot like the Oakland Alameda Coliseum became O.co, and that was just terrible.
The worst.
Although, I think I would take O.co over the United Airlines Coliseum.
Oh, my goodness.
Come to a football game and get your ass kicked.
I wonder if a lot of people are going to feel like they're going to be dragged to a game now.
Dragged to a game, dragged out of a game. Do you think that people are they're gonna oversell it and have to like change their seat? Like, sorry, you're in the wrong seat. Like, you're gonna have to move.
We're overbooked.
Yeah, we overbooked the game. Like, sorry, have a good one. That's gonna talk about unfortunate timing.
That is the worst timing in the world.
So bad.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask this though: what's worse, the United Airlines Coliseum or Power Balance Pavilion?
Oh, Power Balance Pavilion for sure.
At least United Airlines is relevant, right?
Yeah. Or Guaranteed Rate Field, which is where the White Sox play now.
I forgot about that. That is so terrible.
I've forgotten about it from time to time too, but every once in a while it pops back into my head. It's like, oh yeah, that's what their name is. I should do a list of all the worst sports name or worst named arenas in history.
You should. That would be great.
I think Power Balance Pavilion's on that list.
That's got to be right up there, doesn't it?
That company went out of business, didn't they?
That's because they were selling fake therapeutic bracelets.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
I had a couple of those.
Did they work?
No, it's all...
it's a gimmick.
It's all, what you call it? It's like psychosomatic. It's all in your head. If you believe it's going to work, it's going to work. One of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were absolutely terrible.
I remember those. Yeah, I remember when I was in college, they had everybody was wearing those. I'm like, why?
Yeah, wear them for sports, wear them for everything else.
Oh, they wore them all the time.
Speaking of sports, other sports and things that people do all the time that's gimmicky and psychosomatic.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Madden curse?
Yes, I am.
So basically, up until I want to say last season when Beckham was on the cover, or maybe it was a couple seasons ago, the Madden curse lift. It started with all the way back to like Eddie George in 1999.
I remember that one.
And it went all the way through at least 2013.
Yeah.
And basically it is if your player is on the cover of Madden, he has a season-ending injury. Or
something bad happens, like he has a bad playoff performance, or
no, I think the curse literally has been, it has been an injury.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It even goes back further than I thought. It went all the way back to.
Was it Garrison Hurst?
It was Garrison Hurst's broken leg.
That's right.
So let's just.
Right. He was on the Madden cover. He was like the second one after Barry Sanders, I believe.
Right. So after he joined the 49ers in 97, the former University of Georgia running back set records, blah, blah, blah.
That's right. He had a record-breaking year that year.
Yep. So he got hurt and
Took him like 3 years to recover from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 99 was there. And then it happened in 2000. There was Barry Sanders and Dorsey Levens both got hurt.
Oh, I forgot about Dorsey Levens.
Eddie George got hurt.
Yep.
Dante Culpepper.
Oh, yeah.
Marshall Faulk. Michael Vick. Ray Lewis. Donovan McNabb.
Yep.
06. Now, Donovan McNabb was a little bit different because 06 is the year they made it to the Super Bowl.
No, that was 04.
Or 05.
Yeah, 04, 05, yeah.
04. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So,
That's
yeah, 06, hurt.
Yep.
Sean Alexander in 07, hurt.
Yep, big time. He
Vince
was never
Young.
the same.
Vince Young in 8, done.
Oh, I forgot Vince Young was on the cover. Oh, my
Favre
God.
in 09, done.
Yep.
Fitzgerald and Polamalu were on the cover together. They both got hurt.
Yeah.
Drew Brees. And then this is the most ridiculous Madden cover in the history of Madden covers, but it's Madden 12.
I know where you're going with this.
Peyton Hillis.
Peyton goddamn Hillis.
What the hell is he doing?
Oh.
So the first one that broke the curse.
I think it was a fan vote for that one.
It might have. It was.
Yeah.
But the
'Cause I remember it was
curse.
between him and Michael Vick.
The first time it did not happen was in 2013. Calvin Johnson played an entire season and set multiple records.
Oh, that's right.
And then after that was Adrian Peterson.
Done.
And then again in 15 there was no curse. Richard Sherman was on the cover.
LOB.
And then Odell Beckham in 16 did not get hurt.
He didn't get hurt, but he didn't show up for the playoffs.
Right. And then 17 was Gronk, and it hit him.
It did, yeah.
So the reason why I bring this up, and the reason I wanted to ask you about it, is because there is the GOAT edition.
Yes, there is.
Oh, Mike, we're going to get to that. I forgot all about that.
What's that?
Hold on. But the GOAT edition, Madden 18, Tom Brady.
Oh, I know.
If it was, what year was it that Brady blew out his knee? 6?
08.
Was it 8?
Yeah, it cost me the one chance I maybe will ever have to see him live.
Not only that, well, you could have saw him last year.
I could have.
That was the first year I ever got my first overall pick in fantasy, and I took Brady, and he blew out his knee the first game.
Oh, man.
Do you think he has a chance of breaking the curse?
Absolutely. I see. I mean, he's always playing well, even in his later years, and his offensive line always seems to find some sort of way to protect him.
Right.
And
what's up, Adam Frick?
It's the system that he's in too that allows him to succeed.
So, if we're gonna do a thing of worst, right? We're gonna jump back to this. So, worst arena name, Power Balance Pavilion.
Yeah.
Let's just worst logo off the top of your head.
Like currently or of all time?
All time. I'm good with.
Oh goodness. I am going to say. Oh man.
Well, let's change it. Worst uniform of all time.
Worst uniform of all time. Definitely the White Sox shorts uniform.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have went with the Packers blue and yellow.
Oh, really? Yeah.
With the race car circled logos. But then rivaling that very closely would be the Kings gold jerseys.
Oh, those were horrible. I actually owned one of those. I'm ashamed to admit that.
I have that one, the Francisco Garcia one.
I had to run our test one.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Barn Bomb brings it up. Again, Barn Bomb is on fire tonight. Worst team name ever.
Worst team name ever? I'm going to say the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario?
Oh, he and I were talking about this on Facebook. Oh my goodness, what a name.
Could that be one of the dumbest? Like, that's going to, loop the front of their jersey if they put the whole thing on.
You know what's funny, though? That logo is better than the actual LA Clipper logo.
Well, the logo, yes, but the name.
Yeah. I'm like...
Agua Caliente.
I think it's a sponsorship with a company.
Water Hot Clippers of Ontario.
Yeah, because I think Agua Caliente is like a casino nearby, and
Right.
I think there's a sponsorship
So is it
deal.
called the Hot Water Casino? Are they in hot water all the time?
Could be, yeah. Too many people went in there.
Right. So last thing we'll do here before we wrap it up.
Better than Raptors 905, I will say that.
I would take Raptors 905 over Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario. Like, they better have a really, really good, like, soccer announcer as their, like, PA guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time he says a name, it needs to sound like a soccer goal.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, you're wasting a gimmick right there of a name.
Exactly. Their logo better be a soccer player, too. The rumors of the Reno Bighorns moving to Sacramento, how do you feel about that?
I'm actually a little bummed. I'd like to see them stay in Reno.
I think they should stay in Reno.
Either that or if you're going to move to Stockton.
But then you're putting your players at risk moving them to Stockton.
That's true. I mean, Reno's not that far from Sacramento. You can call them up and get them down here pretty quickly.
What if they move them to Ontario and they name them the Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario? That's so bad.
Or the Agua Caliente Bighorns.
So stupid.
Or maybe move them to like Davis or something. I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere outside. I mean, I guess the thought right now is they're going to be in Sacramento, and I just don't know if I like that.
I don't like that either. Because, I mean, the fan support in Reno is pretty big. No?
They have fan support. I don't know if you call it big or not, but they have fan support.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. But
yeah,
that's pretty much what we have for you folks tonight. It is 9:02. We have been on for 56 minutes.
Minutos.
And it feels good to be back. I mean,
yeah.
We obviously had a little bit of a time away. Hopefully, this will be more consistent.
Yeah.
But who knows what kind of curveballs we get thrown. But I appreciate everyone who joined in tonight.
Yeah,
As
thanks
of right
everybody.
now, we just surpassed the 170 live views.
Beautiful.
No, I lied. 209.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
209 views tonight. I definitely appreciate it, folks.
Yeah, me too.
We'll try to get you guys some more content. We'll try to get some more Rivercats coverages. Hopefully this week, now that TJ's off of vacation, I'm back from family being here and everything just being absolutely insane. Hopefully we'll get out there and get some Rivercats coverage for you guys. The Sirens should have playoffs coming up soon, which would be cool. Hopefully they get a home playoff game that we'll get to go out and do.
That'd be fantastic.
But other than that,
it's been a lot of fun doing that, actually.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you to everyone who continues to support us. We're pushing 500 likes. We're at 462 on Facebook. If we could get that to 500, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
I threw it out there as well. Anyone looking for any local businesses, small businesses in the Sacramento area that want to work out some kind of marketing partnership, sponsorship, for either, pay for service or advertising or trade for service and advertising, reach out, let us know. And we definitely will make something happen. Barn Bomb says, part of the problem with the Reno's relocation is the winter weather conditions. Stockton will be better in that regard to Reno. Yes, you're right, Mike.
He is on fire tonight.
Mike, you know what, Mike?
I love it.
That's for you, buddy.
The real MVP tonight, Mike. Mr.
You are
Mike
the
Barn-
real. You
Mike
are the
Barnbaum.
real MVP tonight, Mike. You did
man.
great job.
Absolutely.
But with that being said, for Mr. Mike, for Tj Longacre, at tjsportsgeek.com, something new should be coming soon down the pipeline, I'm sure.
I got a column coming out tomorrow.
Odds and ends?
No, we just did odds and ends yesterday.
Already?
Yeah, got just a regular old column tomorrow. It'll be my 200th column on
200th column.
on the site there. We just passed 900 entries. This will be 903 tomorrow.
Nice.
So yeah, we're getting to 1,000 pretty quick here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So on behalf of that guy TJ, I am Greg, and for Coach Greg at home, who's still on the mend and on the DL with the right leg amputation, is what they're putting on the disabled list report. We say thank you, and we will see you all next week.
Peace.